Hi, I'm Kara and I talk to wine. Today we're gonna combine two of my favorite things. Chardonnay, I know, I said it, Chardonnay. We're gonna get into it. And cheese, Because I think Chardonnay needs a little more love, it needs a little bit more hand-holding and advocating, and then cheese is just something you should have every day to maintain sanity and pleasure. Okay, so let's put it all together. I'm gonna talk about the wine, I'm gonna talk about the cheese, and this will be your go-to. If say you're in a lurch, you don't know what to bring to a dinner party, you don't know how to create these beautiful pairings, you can do something simple as Brie and Chardonnay, and you'll be a star. And I'm gonna show you how to do that, okay? So we're gonna start with our 2018, this is Gary Farrell, love that Gary Farrell, very classic producer up in Healdsburg, California, in Sonoma. The wine is going to be 2018. It's coming from the Rocchioli vineyard, Rocchioli Allen, more precisely. Cool part, we're in Russian River Valley. So it's going to have a proximity to the river, but a little bit more warmth, a little bit more northern part of Sonoma versus say, Carneros and things like that. But let's dive into it. So visually, nice bit of yellow color, so kind of that medium concentration. Genetically, the Chardonnay grape gives us that. And then aging the wine in oak will additionally add some color to it. So visually, that's what we're working with here. Let's give it a sniff. Yeah, you really get those classic Chardonnay notes. That nice kind of tropical, fresh tropical fruit, a little bit of that pineapple skin, some of that melon, but then you get a lot of that nice ripe apple and pear, golden apple pear. There's a richness to the fruit here. But then you go a little bit more deep when you smell it. Lots of these honeysuckles, lots of a honeyed nature. There is a more marzipan, rich, those kind of warm baking spices, because we're seeing this wine sees oak, so you're getting the impact of that savory toasty barrel in play. Let's give it a sip because I want some cheese. This is where Chardonnay gets to say, I am all about where I'm planted. It's the chameleon grape. Because we're in the Rocchioli vineyard, you're getting that really kind of warmer growing condition for Chardonnay, so you're getting the richness and the lushness, but then the proximity to the river is cooling us down and giving us a vibrancy. So you're gonna get to see that when you take a sip. So it's equal parts weighty, rich, more body, more smooth texture, but then you're getting that bright acidity. And that mouth-watering acidity is gonna help us with our cheese pairing. So this is a great Chardonnay to play around with. Love that Gary Farrell. And last but not least, let's talk about our cheese, because now you know your wine on its own. You know what it's giving you. Let's talk about the cheese on its own and then put it together and you will have the perfect marriage of Chardonnay and Brie. So I like to do the same thing with cheese. Look at it. Yes, it's kind of a softer style cheese, not too much going on, that nice rind. I like to smell the cheese. Might as well smell your cheese. It's not very aromatic. It's not super funky. It's got more of that kind of buttery, milky, kind of dairy-esque smell. Let's give it a taste. Salty, rich, creamy, buttery. Perfect. There they are on their own. So I want to create a complement. I want to draw out similar flavors and textures from the wine and similar flavors and textures from the cheese and see what evolution we can get. So how to do this: coat your palate with the cheese, take a sip of the wine, and then think about, does my cheese change? Does my wine change? Let's do it. Let's do it. Okay, very good. It works. It works. The perfect sign of a good pairing is if both elements change and create kind of that interesting evolution. We've got a barker. We've got a barker today. Those dogs, they love barking. Anyway, so the cheese changed, the wine changed. Here's why. So the cheese got a little bit more light and vibrant. It's because of that wine's acidity. It's because that wine has that mouth-watering quality, so it's going to work in giving the cheese a little bit of a lift. Then the cheese is salty and creamy. The salt draws out more flavor from the wine, so I get this heightened flavor, and then the wine seems even more lush and symphonic on the palate. And that's how they both work. Salt draws that out. Fat creates a more supple, evolutionary sip. Wow, who would have known Brie and Chardonnay is your secret weapon. So go ahead, get out there, go impress your friends, keep talking to wine. By the way, got a book out. It's called If Wine Could Talk. If you want to learn about wine, want to hear stories, explore kind of the lesser known parts of working in wine, give my book a read. It's on Amazon. You can find it today. There's a link below for you as well. So cheers, keep talking to wine, read my book, and enjoy.